So, one of the most important features that I had to take note of within my piece is the idea of casting and the inclusion of characters within my script because there's a lot of various characters that come across parts of the play. Um, where casting, as said by Tony Targan in a blog post, he said, well, the goal is always to find the ideal fit between auditioners and available roles. The reality is that we often have to compromise. And I certainly had to make a lot of compromises by workshopping my performers into each role, seeing what qualities, quirks, abilities, idiosyncrasies that fit them the best, as well as checking out certain people's dynamics in the spaces, such as whoever was going to play Elle, the main girl, and Jack Dean, the boyfriend. They had to have a distinct dynamic that the other characters don't have, as well as the groupings for each type of love. So how the self loves are different, but they all have this sense of camaraderie, or how Erica, Ludmilla, and Mandy, who play like the sexual relations, how they all kind of mingle together. This helped bring out the potential in my performers, as well as allowing them early on to achieve the framework of their character, where they were able to make distinct apparitions of what they entail to the story, and then it also makes an appealing watch for audiences who are exploring these different types of love across the entirety of the play. Um, to build on character, I gave my performers very early on in the process separate playlists with Dagny's music to help them build their character's purpose, so what they actually hold within the story, their personality, and the overall aura or vibe that they give off. This immediately put Dagny's music as a key construct of building my piece's atmosphere and the overall genetic makeup of my characters, where her music acted as like a variable in producing these different qualities that my characters have possessed. Um, Also, I organize Teams meetings with my cast members to analyze, devise, and construct the different character nuances that they might have. So, an example that you'll see down below is with Beth, who plays Mandy, who is obsessive love. And we came up with this character basis that she is very similar to Alison Reynolds from Breakfast Club, which is fastening this 80s aesthetic into the character foundation that I really wanted. And this really helped with pulling apart key elements of the different types of love in a very clever, memorable way. So I also analysed the different inclusions of the playlists with her character and said why it's relevant, how it might be portrayed in the story. Um, and then basically this helped to emphasize the character's meaning and their purpose, as well as giving the audience a clearer representation of what love can mean in a multitude of different contexts. And it won't also get complicated within the framework of the story, meaning that it's an enjoyable, memorable, and also pleasurable experience for audiences who are just starting out the learning of the different types of love.